Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. My apology. The internet, they had cut me off. I couldn't get in. And of course, if you see this buffering for a long time, that means they cut me off. You continue praying. And then whenever I come back, I come back. Most likely, I will not be back because they keep cutting off my internet. Great glory, great praise go on to the mighty one, beloved brothers and sisters. Thank you for all of you that's being here. We are doing what Yahushua tasked us to do, what the old Druids task us to do. Okay, everyone, yeah. So we are going to pray today. Like last year when we had our prayers. Please give me a second. Brothers, I have, like last year we had to pray with some with all the psalms. So beloved, you will have to forgive me because I'm entering a period the mighty one want me to do more and more in-depth study. You may not be able to see me go live for the prayer every day because he had ordered me to pull down from online and get more and more knowledge, then go more online, because there are certain things I must be there. I must forgive me. The windows is open, the AC broke down, so it's a lot going on. So. And the mighty one ordered me to taking care of certain issues personally. We have to help the nation personally. I have to be there with the people. And he told me I can't be online every single day anymore because there are certain things he wants me to be physically here to resolve or try to resolve whatever it is. So if you don't see the prayers go up probably in any day coming up, next day I'm fine. I'm just somewhere with a brother or a sister trying to resolve something that is very serious, because the nation we have come upon a lot of stuff that certain things are basic. Okay, certain things the nation can resolve it, but there are certain things the nation is dealing with. They need somebody there with them. They need somebody to be there. And the mighty one told us a year ago that this year is going to be boots on the ground. Okay, there are certain things that you have to be there, physically present there. That is why he had me going over there. Let me see. That is why he had me going over there to go get what I need to get and give it to you. For those of you who've been praying for your high blood pressure, for those of you who've been praying for your diabetes, your anxiety, your disease. So he had us going down there physically, almost get killed, and bring back what you were asking. I could not make a phone call and have somebody bring it and travel and bring it to us. We have to physically getting involved. So forgive us, beloved, if you don't see us coming over there, do stuff every single day like we used to, because things are getting physical now. Okay, we have the wise versus the unwise, the learned versus the unlearned. If we truly are the wise, life, we have to prove, beloved, that we are the wise. Give me a second. Yeah. I must see if I can get this, beloved Pandora. I'm trying to. I'm in the phone right now. I will be in the phone later. We're trying to get another service provider because this internet is straight up garbage. We must understand, beloved brothers and sisters, life itself is mathematical. We have to add things. We have to multiply, take away. We have to prove things. And knowledge is symbolism. There will be and there is a certain time, a certain way that if we are the one that are wise, we must prove it. Not by sitting and yelling at some TV or being online like the Gentiles and we never prove anything. We never bought anything. The reason why some of you, when you get these little roots, a sister reported unto us that when she had the roots, okay, and then she googled the name, she cannot find it, because what we have here was specifically given unto us, nobody else. This is something that is uniquely for the nation. If anybody want to get it, they have to come to us. They don't know the actual name, but the name that it is given is Tiger Bull. You cannot find it. If you ever find anything like that, swagger jacked. We must understand when the Father, if he is speaking to us personally, he's sending to information unto us. People are stealing our information. Therefore, he will start sending physical stuff, tangible stuff, concrete stuff unto us. He already sent a powerful weapon, which is physical, unto us. We have it. And he had given orders for us to start using those things. For those of you that were praying, he heard your prayer. He gave you something. Give him praise and glory and use it. So we must understand the work of the mighty one cannot be done fully online. We must be seeing face to face. We must have a place that is separate, holy, set apart for the nation. When we have an issue, when we have a problem, a health issue, a love relationship issue, a financial issue, so we can come and do what we need to do according to our ancestors, the way they used to do it, because those knowledge were lost and now they've been restored. There are certain things we cannot perform nor say online because there's too many swines and dogs in the midst. We need a place not for us to gather as a community and fake like we love each other's and act like we're learning and oh, we're living so harmoniously in that land, we produce our own food. This is garbage. We have to get a place to seek, number one, wisdom and knowledge, because that is why we were being destroyed, because we had rejected knowledge, we rejected the mighty one, we rejected everything, and we embraced ignorance and superstition. Now, slowly but surely, the great one is giving us back our knowledge. We must do our part. We cannot sit there and expect it, the Most High God Almighty do everything for us. If we do one, we have to do two, three, four, five, six, at least two. We must do a part and he do the other part. It's a push and pull. We have to keep it working. We have work to do. I was on the phone with a beloved brother, and we have things to be built. And other certain of you are very serious about this issue. I realize one thing that 99% of the people that are watching us are not us. It's a horrible thing to say. 99% of the people that are watching this channel or that are subscribers here are not our people. Only a very small person are our people. The rest are Gentiles. People that are coming here to take our information like they do all the time and go places and act like they come up with it. Therefore, we need a place only us can go there and only us can acquire the knowledge, because we have masters waiting for us. Then they will not teach online. We have five, we have three, four, 5 to 6. We have at least 5 masters, super masters, willing to pass the knowledge physically, face to face. That is why I was required to go and meet face to face and talk. People meet me, they see who I am, but till now they cannot find out like what are you. But they are willing to meet you face to face to pass on to you what they known for 100, literally thousands of years. We cannot take this knowledge, brothers, and then bring it to the Gentiles online. Certain things cannot be taught online. Certain feat we have to perform, it must be physical, and it must be in an area that is separate, holy, specifically designed for this specific stuff by a specific set apart people. So again, forgive me if in the next few days you don't see me. It's just I'm doing certain things that I am under order to proceed and do them. and other brethren that are watching this stuff, and the Most High are sending people specifically to you. A beloved sister in the nation had a dream that she saw three of us. Okay, she saw three of us. The beloved brother Big Judah, beloved brother Abdullah Seer, and I. And she saw us in a specific place, of course, where a dialysis where her mother used to go. And I believe she come and talked to us, and the beloved brother Abdullah Seer gave unto her a little fish toy, a many color fish toy. And then we laughed, we were happy, we gave it to her, and she said she doesn't know what this dream means. And I understand what it is, and I say it has begun. It has begun. And I just shared the dream with the brothers because the Most High are sending people to you now. He wants you to put boots on the ground. He wants you to literally go to people's house and help them, because we are online here. We are limited. So the meaning of the dream is the brother Abdullah see has certain healing power. The fish is, of course, the archangel Raphael. So he has certain healing power that he need either to pray for the sister or to do certain things to repair the sister. It's three of us that she saw in the dreams that the Most High, I don't know, is using. So therefore, is either the brother go to her or she go to him. That is why we need a place when things like that happen and somebody's dealing with some issue that is out of this world. They will come, we will speak privately in a private place where we can do our thing without being disturbed, without trolls coming in the midst of us, without people cutting our internet, without scumbags saying silly, sick stuff. I am not here to tell you to magnify my name or to acknowledge me in anything that you're doing. Whatever you learn from, well, you didn't learn it from me. Whatever that you heard come out of my mouth, you do not need to acknowledge me if you're doing anything. You just do it. You acknowledge the power. The moment you acknowledge the Most High Himself, you acknowledge the Holy Spirit, the angels, Yahweh Shai, us, the whole nation, all of them that were before you. We must understand this is a very serious thing that we are doing here, brethren. We cannot take this task that we are doing and then just go out there and do it the same way the Gentiles have done it. Every single thing that is out there are sacred and holy unto us. They just perverted. What you're calling Freemason, perverted it. Was a Christian, perverted it. Hindu, Islam, all those knowledge, Catholics, Christians, they are perverted. All of them have meat and bones, but because those people that put their hands on our stuff are unrighteous and they are naturally wicked and dumb, they made everything look evil. Therefore, it is our job. We are in the age of knowledge. We can discuss the knowledge of the mighty one to a certain degree. When it comes to very serious stuff that can literally you up, we have to be in a place privately, at least on Zoom, but we need a physical place. Beloved, we are going to go ahead and start the prayer because last year when we done our 40-day fast, we were starting to read the Psalms. And a sister sent us two Psalms to read for 7 days. If you wish to do this every morning before the sun raise up, facing east before the sun rise, facing east. It is Psalm 73, 74. You read them once a day for 7 days, facing east. And we will read Psalm 73 and 74, both in English and Latin. And then we will pray in multiple language because the Most High put it in my mind and to pray in certain things. Beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike, let us begin. Holy, great, and mighty, terrible, and horrible God, you that created the universe, you that created the earth and the heaven and everything in them, we come before you. We're asking and begging for your knowledge. O holy, great one, you powerful of all, you that know the thoughts, you that know the hearts of men, we come before you seeking knowledge. We come before you seeking wisdom. And we understand that we have sin above the numbers of the sand. The weight of ignorance binding us. And it is now that you are slowly but surely lift up the weights of ignorance, and we are acquiring knowledge, and we must be very serious. We must be very and dead serious about this, because this is no joke. This is not for the faint of heart. This is not for little children. This is for grown adult and spiritual people that really need to do your work. Therefore, we must keep moving forward, and we must ask and beg for more knowledge. We thirst and yearn and hunger after your holy and mighty wisdom. We come before you, we confess our sins. We admit that we did indeed love the God of ignorance. We raise things before you. We raise men's name before you. We raise title before you. Although our forefathers, although our Druid brethren taught us, the powerful Druids taught Yahushua, and it taught him like, you should not be throwing those things that are holy to us unto dogs and swine. Therefore, he gave us the same command, and we respect that and we will love that. We will keep it moving and do your work as it is to be done. Oh, holy and powerful great one, we need a place. We do not need a place to come as community and do a bunch of nonsense and prove some superficial, external, exoteric things and showing people we have farms and beasts and we live in harmony. That's a lie. There are certain brothers I can stand. There are certain sisters that can stand me. But we do need a place to share knowledge, because we have acquired enough, so to speak, to have a place to discuss this face to face and privately, to resolve issues that we have when it comes to love, to resolve issues for health, and to resolve issues for wealth. You have given unto us so far enough knowledge for us to treat every single disease that we have. But certain of them cannot be performed over the phone, over the internet. They have to be live. Therefore, Holy Great One, we ask you to give us the strength to build a place for treatment and for learning. In other words, a school of prophets, a school for the learned, a school of wisdom, not some secret society, backwarded things and stuff, a school of knowledge, wisdom, a school of will to have school, something like that, something to learn and resolve things, and we can move forward and seek your face. May you open the door and let's do it. Selah, so be it. Forgive us for everything. Ô Dieu Tout-Puissant, toi qui as créé la terre, le ciel, l'univers, toi qui connais notre cœur, toi, vous qui êtes le Dieu d'Israël, le Dieu de Yasharala, le Dieu qui connaît notre avenir, le tout puissant Dieu, nous te demandons de donner à nous votre sagesse, votre connaissance sainte. Nous demandons que vous publiez des livres secrets, des livres sacrés. Nous demandons au tout pouvoir, et tout grand maître de l'univers de nous donner votre sagesse. Une seule graine de seed. Nous demandons la connaissance que vous avez donnée de Salomon. Nous demandons la connaissance que vous avez donnée de Moïse, de David, de Enoch, Melchizedek. La connaissance et la sagesse que vous avez donnée de Gaspard, de Balthazar, de Melchizar ou Melchior. Les trois mages, les connaissances des druides, la grande connaissance, la grande sagesse de l'univers. Ô Saint, bénis-nous et aie pitié de nous, nous sommes des pauvres pécheurs. Et aie pitié de nous, nous chercherons votre face. Que ta volonté soit faite sur la terre comme au ciel, ainsi soit-il. So be it, Selah. Prayer to the Holy Spirit. To the earthly mother, we say thank you. Thank you for every single thing that you gave unto us. Thank you for having mercy. and conduct us. Thank you for everything. Thank you for giving us the wisdom, a heart to understand it, a heart of discernment. As we are approaching certain place and we are approaching certain things, we need to be there and do this work. Boots on the ground. We need to do it face to face. We have enough swine, dogs in the midst that are taking the holy knowledge and go out there and bastardize it and pervert it once more. We ask you for protection. We ask you for light through all our ancestors, to all our brethren, our teachers, Yahushai, Moses, Melchior, Gaspar, Melchior, our women, Tara, Mary, Magdalene, all our prophetess, and Georges, Deborah. May you send them in our dreams, and they may teach us the way to do the work properly, the way to do the work according to the mighty one wills. Selah, so be it. Prayer to the angels. To all the angels, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel, all the angels that we know their names, and the one we do not know their names, the seen and unseen, the visible and the invisible. We said thank you. Thank you for being the midst and be there and carry out the orders that we gave unto you. We ask that you protect the nation and pour out the mighty one knowledge unto us. Teach us, O great one, you that know everything by your angels, so they may protect us and do to us according to your will. And of course, may you go to the other side and block all our enemies and render them dumb, deaf, and blind. May they go straight where they belong. May they not coming and tormenting us. May they be destroyed. May the profane be eliminated. So may we have our land and build and seek the face of the mighty one. Selah, so be it. Beloved brothers and sisters, let us read, excuse me, Psalm 73 in English. Truly God is good to Yasharala, even to such as have a clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious of the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as chain, violence covered them as garment. Yea, indeed. That is why we always, when we were back in the world, we were trying to be like the Gentiles because nothing ever happened to them. They can do whatever the hell they want. They can destroy anything, and nothing ever come up upon them up until now. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. Yes, they did. All of a sudden now the East Indian are speaking in our favor because the heat is on them. All of a sudden now the so-called Ukrainian are like crying oppression. All of a sudden now the so-called American, the white folks out there, the Gentiles, some 83 are crying against Putin. You know, there's certain oppression now that is coming upon them. You know, they used to speak wickedly concerning oppression. All of a sudden now they are speaking for oppression. They are speaking for the oppressed because they are being oppressed by the great and horrible and mighty one, the one that created the heaven and everything in them. Yea. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore, his people return hither, and waters are full of a cup are wrung out for to them. And they say, how doth God know? And is there his knowledge in the Most High? This is how backward those people are. Questioning the mighty one. How does he know? If there's wisdom and knowledge in the great one. Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. That's why we see all of a sudden now Gentiles are claiming like they were the poor, the elites going to enslave them, too much taxes, they can't pay rent. All of a sudden, and then they are not enrich themselves in riches. They are poor like you now. All of a sudden, political Esau, we are Jacob now because this is Jacob's trouble, and you can clearly see it's happening to us. Verily, I have cleansed my heart in vain, and washed my hands in innocency. For all the day long have I been plagued and chastised every morning. If I say I will speak thus, behold, I shall offend against the generation of thy children. When I thought to know this, this was too painful for me. Until I went into the sanctuary of God, then I understood thy their hand. Until we come to this truth, beloved brothers and sisters, we understand the hand of the mighty of the Gentiles. Until the mighty one turn on the light, we open our eyes, we do understand now what those people are going through and what they're gonna get through. We understand, we rejoice to say thank God. We would hate to be you people. We understand now why this little old lady, when she's over 100 years old, and then she came out of that coma or whatever, and she told her family, but what if everything that we've been learning were false and I'm scared to die? Do you know what that is, brothers? Do you know what? Because I was taken in certain places, certain brethren were taken through our dreams, were taken to certain places. The Most High show us what's going to happen to you. And some of them already done it. There is no, in life, there is no do over. Whatever that you did, whatever that your ancestor did, he already did it. You cannot erase it and you cannot correct it. It is done. Until I went to the sanctuary of God, then I understood I their hand. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou castest them down into destruction. Yes, the Most High did this to them. How? I they brought up in desolation. As a moment, they are utterly consumed with terrors. That is why you see terrors in the face of them. That is why you see Finland is running now. Hey, I want to be part of NATO because they saw what's going on in Ukraine. It's already done. Is that thing even recorded right now? Let me see. Yes, it is recorded. Because they saw and they understand, beloved brothers and sisters, that the victory over there in Ukraine is long gone. When Putin is done with Ukraine, he's gonna take either Poland, Finland, or somewhere else, and the fear of terror can compass them. All of a sudden now we have to band together. All of a sudden now we need you. How about you come serve us in our army? Hey, what some of you go in Africa and the Caribbean, give some visa for you to come fight for us. The hardest people to travel around the world are the so-called blacks, the Africans, the African Americans, the Haitian, Jamaican. Ask them how easy it is to get a US visa or any other first world country. It's impossible. All of a sudden now you want us to come in our own land. We own this entire earth, yet you put restriction upon us. If we want to go somewhere, we have to go to all sort of interviews and background check and things, as if we are the true criminals of this earth. You are, and all of a sudden now great terrors is upon you. As a dream when one awaketh, so, O Lord, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image. Yes, the mighty one wake up and he despise your image. Thus, my heart was grieved when I was pricked in my reins. So foolish was I and ignorant. I was as a beast before thee. Yes, we were foolish and ignorant because we worship their God. We worship their way. We were with them. They know nothing but ignorance. They don't know anything about knowledge and wisdom. They don't even have the basic understanding of our knowledge. How on earth they can teach us our knowledge? We need to go to our people, our masters, our ascending masters. They don't look like them. They don't act like them. They don't possess what they possess. They have no wealth. They literally walk barefoot. They literally act like homeless people, but the knowledge that they have, only them can teach it to us. And for those of you that are willing to learn, you must pray upon that, because the Gentiles have no knowledge whatsoever. Nevertheless, I am continually with thee. Thou hast holden me by my right hand. Thou shalt guide me with thy counsel, and afterward receive me to glory. Whom have I in heaven but thee? And there is none upon earth that I desire besides thee. My flesh and my heart faileth, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. For lo, they are far from thee shall perish. Thou hast destroyed all of them and go whoring from thee. that has destroyed all of them that go a whoring from thee. Whoever whored himself away from the Most High with another God, aka you reject knowledge, you embrace ignorance and superstition, the Most High will destroy you. This is his word, not mine. But it is good for me to draw near to Yahweh himself. I have put my trust in the Lord, the mighty one, that I may declare all thy works. All praises to the Most High. Let us read Psalm 74 now. O heavenly one, why hast thou cast us off forever? Why doth thine anger smoke against the sheep of thy pastures? Remember thy congregation, which thou hast purchased of old, the rod of thine inheritance, which thou hast redeemed, this Mount Zion wherein thou hast dwelt. Lift up thy feet unto the perpetual desolations. Even all the enemy have done wickedly in the sanctuary. Thine enemies war in the midst of thy congregations. They set up their ensign for signs. Yes, they set up their ensigns for signs. That means they manipulated events. Say, hey, look at those events. That's a sign of the end. Look at this thing. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This dude over there in that subway. Look at that. This is like Jacob's trouble is coming. Look at this 1930 Russian prophecy. Those are signs. They have set up their ensigns for signs, their lies for truth. A man was famous according as he had lifted up axes upon the thick trees. But now they break down the carved work, therefore, at once with axes and hammers. They have cast fire into thy sanctuary. They have defiled by casting down the dwelling place of thy name to the ground. Casting means spells. Of course, the Gentiles use magic. All your Warren Buffett, all your elites, they are prominent backward surgery magicians. They use magic more than you. Negative, of course. The 72 demons of hell, those guys are prominent magicians. Don't let Bill Gates fool you. This guy, he touched nothing cold. Those guys done a lot of great, horrible things. And they know your magic is more powerful than theirs. That is why they send people telling you don't study it, don't touch it, don't look at the sky. They like when they are beating up on you, you don't fight back because they know the moment you start raising your hand, you start fighting back, the mighty one will fight back for you. They say in their hearts, let us destroy them together. They have burned up all the synagogues of the mighty one in the land. We see not our signs. There is no more any prophet, neither is there among us, and there is knowing how long. O mighty one, how long shall the adversary reproach? Shall the enemy blaspheme thy name forever? Withdrawest thou thy hand, even thy right hand? Pluck it out of thy bosom, for the mighty one is my king of old, working salvation in the midst of the earth. Thou didst divide the sea by thy strength. Thou breakest the head of the dragons in the waters. Thou breakest the heads of the Leviathan in pieces, and gavest him to be meat to the people inhabiting the wilderness. Thou didst cleave the fountain of the flood. Thou driest up mighty rivers. When they say the Most High break off the head of the Leviathan, Leviathan means sea monsters. Okay, a sea monster is some giant fish. Okay, this giant fish, the Most High kill it, scale and fin, and give it to the people. In the desert. It means two things. It means the Gentiles and the physical things. A giant fish. Okay. Thou didst cleave the mountain and the flood. Thou driest of the mighty rivers. The day is thine, the night is also thine. Thou hast prepared the light and the sun. Thou hast set up all the borders on the earth. Thou hast made summer and winter. Remember this, that the enemy hath reproached Almighty One, and that the foolish people has blasphemed thy name. O deliver not the soul of thy turtle dove unto the multitude of the wicked. Forget not the congregation of that poor forever. Have respect unto the covenant, for the dark places of the earth are full of the habitations of cruelty. Yea. Oh, let not the oppressed return ashamed. Let the poor and needy praise thy name. Arise, Almighty One, plead thine own cause. Remember how the foolish men reproacheth thee daily. Forget not the voice of thine enemies. The tumult of those that rise up against thee increaseth continually. All praises and glory goes to the mighty one. Let me see if that thing's still streaming. Yes, it is. Now, beloved, let us read this in Latin. Psalm 73 in Latin. Intellectus asap, ut quid Deos repuliti en finem iratus es furor tuus super oves pasquae tuae. Memor esto congregationis tuae quam possedisti ab initio. Remedisti virgam aeredietasti tuae. Morens Sion in quo habitasti en io. Leva manus tuas en superbias eorum in finem. Quanta malictatus es innuminicus en sancto? E gloriati sunt qui oderont de en medio solemnitatis tuae. Posseuirunt signa sua signa. Yes, they have removed the sign. They put the ensign for sign. Posseuirunt signa sua signa. E non cognoverunt sicut in exutu super summum, quasi in silva signorum securibus. Exiderunt januas ejus en idipsum in securi e asia dejecturunt iam. En sentorunt igni sanctuarium tuum. En terra polluturunt tabernaculum nominis tui. Yes, they have to co-opt your tabernacles. Indeed. Dexerunt in corde suo cognatio erom simult. Quodescere faiasmus omnes dies festos Dei a terra. Signa nostra non vidimos. Jam nom es profetas, e nos non conoces amplius. Usqueco Deus probebariti inicumus. Irritat adversarius nomen tuum in finem. Ut quid advertis manum tuam e dexteram tuam de medio. Sinu tuo en ifenem. Deus otem rex noster ente saicula. Operatus es saluted en medio terrare. Tu confimistasti en virtutade tua mare. Contribulasti capita draconom en arcis. Yes, of course, the Most High break the head of the dragons in the river. Tu confragesti capita draconis. Deis the ewam escam populis entiotem. He has killed the mighty, the fish, and give it to the people. Tu disrupti fontes e torrentes tu sicasti fluvios eton. Tuus es dies et tua es nox. The day is yours and the night is yours. Tuus es dies et tua es nox. Tu fabricatus es oraram et solam. Tu festiti omnes terminos terrare aestatem e ver tu prasmati ia. Memor esto uhus iminucus impropervadvit domino el populus incipien insivavit nomen tuum netradas beditis animas confetates tibi e animas pauperum tuarum ne opliscavis en finem respici en testamentum tuum quia repentis sud qui obsequirati sunt terrare dominibus inacreditatum. Ne avertatum humilus factus confusus pauperete en inops loedabent nomen tuum exolge Deus judica quasam tuam memor esto emproium tuium eurium quaem am insimpie sunt tota die ne oplisci viscaris voces inimini coruum turuum superbia eoum qui te oderum ascendi semper. All praises to the Most High. You know, we do this all the time for those people that, like, hey, we do this all the time. Let us read 74 now. In finem ne corrimpas, Salmus cantici Asap. This is a psalm of Asap. Confite bimor tibi Deus, confide bimor. E invocabimus nomen tuum, narabimus mirabilia tua, cum asepero tempus ego justitias judicabo liquefacta estera e omnes qui habita en ia ego confirmami columnas eus dixi iniquis nolite inique agere e delinquitibus nolite exaltare conu. Yes, your name must be exalted. Nolite extoltere en artum conu vestrum nolite loci as vestus deum iniquitatem kia neque ab oriente neque ab occidente neque os desertis montibus coniam deus judex est onc humiliat et onc exaltat kia calix en manu domini vini veri plenus mistu e inclivit ex hoc en hoc verum tatem faex ehus non es exinanita bibet mdes pecotores terra ego utem annuntiabo en sauculum contabo diob Jacob e omnia conua pecoturum confrigam e exaltobuntu conia justi. Amenus. All praises to the Most High. Give the Mighty One great praise always. Great praise and glory, beloved. Great praise and glory goes to the Mighty One. May we raise his name above all forever, and may we do his work in obedience. Beloved, again, forgive me. Always come back 2/3 in the mess and running and do a sort of thing, burning donuts 2 days like Good Friday, like Saturday, blessed Saturday, whatever the hell they call it, pre-Easter. Them scumbag out there doing all sort of things, and the ace is out. They're gonna come and repair it. So, and I'm getting some fresher and things like that. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike, by the great and horrible and terrible power the mighty one vested in me. You may go in peace. Go in peace, beloved brothers and sisters. Don't you ever let anyone tell you do not read Latin as if Latin is their language. Those people didn't even know how to read, they didn't even know how to write. When all of them came out of their caves, they did not know how to talk. They grunted. They couldn't talk. They grunted like animals. We taught them all languages there is. Latin is ours. Hebrew is ours. English, French is all of them are our language. You just forget. They have bastardized all our languages. We are therefore inventors of everything. Therefore, all languages come from us. The Gentiles has none. Remember, the mighty one referred to them as wild animal. Therefore, when was the last time a dog talked to you? They can't. They bark. You have to do what they call positive reinforcement to a dog and teach this dog how to talk to you in a certain way. All language are ours. We are the professor of the whole mighty kingdom. Thank you, beloved sister, true warrior, for being in the midst and let the nation know we must keep on fighting and standing and pushing until this thing fell over. Do not ever let anybody telling you this is Gentiles knowledge. Don't read it, don't look at it. They stole everything from us and perverted everything. You must read and so-called in Latin, Greek, Yiddish, whatever language it is, there's something there. Anything that they forbid you, look at it. What is it? What is it? What's going on here? I need to know what that is. Hopefully, we say certain few words out of the Latin things that will do certain things because I realize that the masters, all the great masters, they have prayers in Latin and they told you you cannot translate this. For those of you that have your BG, there are certain things you cannot translate. They told you, no, do not translate. Leave it the way it is. That is why the mighty one put it in my spirit to go face to face, boots on the ground with certain brothers because there are certain things only a specific person can do this. Only a specific person. If you give it into the hand of the unlearned somebody that don't know what they are doing, they can cut off their own head. So, you know, at least you have a little knowledge. You must be there. All right. So again, beloved, as I stated before, forgive me if you see the internet keep cutting on, and we're trying to get something better. we're trying to do something that is somewhat a better quality. Okay, it's not a issue of a monetary fund, but it is the issue of services. It's an issue of quality of the services that we are receiving on our ends here. Now, we must understand, brothers, they are the profane and they are the learned, the unlearned, the wise and the unwise. We must behave and act as wise and learned people. If you are a wise person, if you come here to learn, therefore you must act accordingly. What I mean by that, when you are in this truth, beloved, the mighty one giving unto you more wisdom, more knowledge, you are keep moving forward. Therefore, you need to act accordingly. You cannot tell me, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike, you're a learned person, then you keep acting foolishly. We cannot keep acting foolishly. What do I mean by that? If you are serious, you pray, you ask the mighty one, you ask the angels, the spirits, the visible, the invisible, whatever forces that are here, the mighty one put for you to help. You ask Yahweh, you want to do his work. You have filled out an application. They have accepted you. You're no longer the same person. Therefore, you cannot act like the same person. If you are, brothers, in this truth, you had certain financial issues, you pray, the most I help, and then you take this money and you go out there, you gang it, you squander it, you live the gang ding lifestyle, you go out there, you do whatever the hell you want. It's my money, I'm spending it up. I don't know, it's my life, I don't give a crap and stuff because I earned this money. And then once this money is done, and then you quickly go back to the mighty one and beg for some more, because that's what the Messiah is to us. Begging, receiving. Don't even think, go out there, do those things. We can do that, brethren. We can do this. We have to spend whatever that we acquire wisely. If you ask the mighty one for something that you did not have, you have to have ultimate respect upon it. You have to spend it wisely. You cannot squander it because it is your money. You go out there acting like a fool and you did not take care of the things that you pray for. For instance, you pray for the rent. You have the rent money. You quickly go out there, you do something else with it. You didn't pay the rent. You didn't pay your debt. You didn't do the specific things that you were supposed to do with this money. And then once it's done, and then you quickly go back there, pray for some more. It doesn't work like this. We have to stop doing this. A sister sent a great testimony unto us that a few months ago he asked the nation to pray for a son or daughter of hers, a family member, to get a job, and that family member got the best job there is, which the short period of time, and she said, "Great praise, great glory unto the mighty one." We are doing what Yahushai, the Druids, our ancestors, has tasked us to do. We are more about action than words. We are more about boots on the ground and proving with facts than by just being living in superstition and ignorance and act like I have this clothes. It has a blue ribbon and fringes. Therefore, don't question me. I am going to the heaven. I'm going to the kingdom. Over here, we don't worry about none of that. We're all about worry about doing the work that we were tasked and to do. And this work was not tasked unto the foolish, it was not tasked unto the unlearned, nor it was not tasked unto the heathens or the Gentiles. It was tasked unto you, unto me, and unto us. And we have to do this work properly in the way that it's supposed to be done without no foolishness. That is one of the main reasons why we don't mess with conspiracy theories. That is one of the reasons why we don't mess with politics here. We brush on certain things. I brush on this, I brush on that. If you watch, which one of you watched the video from last night? Was it last night? Which one of you watched the video from last night? Give us a one. We have to keep it focused, brothers. There's the wise, the unwise, the learned and the unlearned. If you're part of the learned, you cannot come in and act foolishly. The Most High give you a job. You are praying for this job. You give you a job. All of a sudden, you F around in this job. You come at this job anytime you want. You because you know if you ask, you're gonna receive. No, you cherish this job. The man didn't give you this job. He did. Thank you. Now, for those of you that watched the video from last night, you see how the Gentiles stole everything that we have from the beginning, the images, the black images, and all that. We went into a whole history of this thing. But you see what's going on over there in Shanghai, China. Now, to put it simple, to put it clear, the city of Shanghai have 26 million people living in there. You have a city, one city in China, that have 26 million people living in there. And they put all the 26 million in strict lockdown for weeks. Do you know what that is? This is their trouble, brothers. That's what was supposed to happen to us. And the one that are sick, they just took them and put them in concentration camp. Oh, they say, oh, this is a quarantine place. Nope, this is your concentration camp. They put them over there. Of course, they don't have people. Well, they do have black folks in China, but they don't have enough to literally veer the problem onto us and say, look, black people, they are in concentration camp. Don't be looking at the burnt bread and the sweet wine over there in Ukraine. Look at those black people that we put in concentrated camp. Jacob Shovel. They have none of that. All you see is them beating on their own people. All you see that the Most High is giving them into great shame, great reproach. Now, if the mighty one is taking someone down, and in fact he is putting somebody up, that is why this work only requires people that are very serious, not to me, but to the Most High all power. You see, a lot of people don't understand when Yahushua speak because he's speaking parable. He has to because there are things listening. Even though he doesn't want dogs and swine, they're always following him. When he say you cannot get to the Father until you get through me, doesn't mean you have to worship him. You see, Yahushua didn't learn anything just like that. He was taught. He went to school just like we did. But it was specific. It was a specific brother. He was an anointed brethren. Certain things was taught unto him, and he received orders from the Druid priest, the high priest that taught him. There are certain things you don't repeat. There are certain things you don't do. He gave it to the apostle and us. We carry the same mission. Over here, we are not worried about saluting or great honor, go to Big Levi, would touch me this truth. I didn't teach you anything. Big Levi did not teach you any truth. The mighty one, the Holy Spirit, Yahushua, our ancestors, the angels did. You heard things come out of my mouth, show some books. I am an ignorant fool. I teach none. None needs to give me any honor, any glory. I love the brother big Levi. You know, you do a video, you say a few words that I said, you already acknowledge me. You give the Most High great glory, great praises, you already acknowledge me. Listen, there are certain things, again, I'm learning. I cannot double honors, none of this nonsense. We don't do this. We don't give double honors to Big Levi or calling me a prophet or I'm this guy. Big Levi, you this. If you know in your heart, I am truly a servant of the mighty one. And it is a blessing for me to be here in the midst of us and sharing and learning. You give the Most High glory. That's it. My job is done. When the report get to the mighty one, you say he's doing his job out there. I'm not taking credit for anything. Therefore, I don't know. I would advise anyone out there not taking credit for anything. You just do what you're being told. You just receive orders and then you executed it. I don't question when I'm the last one. I'm none of this. I'm none of this last thing. Whatever that you think that I am, that's not what this is. Understand this. Every single time you keep flattering a brother like this, you're sending things to his shield, and his shield's going to come down. and things going to possess it, then the brother will go off. That is why the so-called the pastors, the preachers, all of them has the original message. There is not one religion on this earth that do not have the original message. All of them have the truth. They just take it, they pervert it, they make it unto their truth. They all stole our books. All our books have the truth in it. They stole it and they switch everything unto them, worshiping them. Come in the confession booth and confess to this priest. Confess to me. I will take your confession and then do what I want with it. They made themselves unto the Most High. They are the unlearned and unwise. We cannot be like the unwise. Brothers, sisters, you must do your own research. You must watch your own thing. Yesterday, I don't know why. I was lying upon my bed. I went into a deep meditation into something that I'm going to do in the future. And I asked the Mighty One, there are certain things that you've been doing, and it is good for me. It is good. Certain things need to happen to me in order for me to acquire more wisdom or to understand certain things. And then when I was sitting up on the bed, brothers, I will let you go in like 4 or 5 minutes. And when I sit there and I'm thinking, and I was watching certain things and do other stuff, and out of nowhere, and something pop up in my recommendation on YouTube. It was the movie Fat Albert. For those of you who don't know this movie, Fat Albert is a movie about the little Fat Albert Bill Cosby. That's like one of my top 10 favorite movie when I was a young kid back in 2003, 2004. And I had a good connection with Fat Albert. The guy is fat. I was fat. He was funny. I was funny. He was fast. I was also fast. He do sport. I was doing for. And I sit there and I was watching the movie. I don't know why, brothers. I don't know why. I just click on it and I had that surge urge in me watching the movie. Brother, I watched the movie. It's not the movie that I watched when I was a child. Brother, the movie is loaded with spiritual things. I never seen those things. I never seen them. In the beginning of the movie, for those of you who watched the movie, when Doris was crying, the tears fell on the remote, which is a wand. Okay? When your remote is a wand, for those of you that are magic and stuff, a remote is a wand. When you pointed your remote as your TV, you're casting spell on this TV. Change thing, change that, change. Your phone is a scientific one. So the spiritual meaning, when she activate, she consecrated her one with the holy water, and it opened a portal in the cartoon world. And Fat Albert in the game, only Fat Albert could hear her crying. And he turned around and said, "Did you hear that?" She said, "Did you hear that?" And the other guy's like, "Hear what?" She said, "Someone is crying." And they said, "Well, what do you, I can't hear anything." And then all of a sudden, where she cried, it started to vibrate. A portal open. A portal open, bro. It was a portal. Now we understand what it is. A portal. Or for those of you that want to, if the beloved brother Devin is watching this, you might want to take this movie for homework. It is free on YouTube. If you have YouTube Premium, I'm assuming, but it's free on YouTube though. It's Fat Albert. You can do this as homework if you wish. And the portal open. She can see them. They can see her. And what intrigued me, brothers, when they came out of the portal, the cartoon world, they jump into the real world, they become real. They could not keep the cartoon form, although they have, the appearance of being goofy, but they could not keep the cartoon world. The more and more they stay in the world, they are learning. We'd all owl become super good in basketball. Watching this movie as a kid, man, I always wanted to dress like Rudy because I thought the way that he was dressing was so cool. but he was dressing in pink. Now, having Big Levi walking around nowadays wearing pink, the pink sweater and pink stuff, this is a big no-no. Okay, for those of you that watch the movies. And the more they stay in the real realm, they start learning. Dumb Donald becomes super smart now. Donald. Marshmouth become very eloquent. Woody become very strong. But there's a catch. They are not from there. They were anyway. I'm not gonna spoil everything. So when I'm sitting there, beloved, I'm watching this movie. I'm like, this isn't the movie that I watched when I was a little kid, like 11, 12 years old, when I was a preteen. I still love the movie and I understand the message that the Most High put in there for us. Well, at least for me. And I understand when you acquire knowledge, when you're quote unquote wise, you see things another way. You don't watch movie the way they watch. Everything you watch, you say, that's what that is. Wait, that's not what that is. This is what that is. And Dumb Donald says something at the end was very profound, and then he jumped back to anyway. I just like, whoa! I watched this movie when I was a child, when I was a young teenager, but and it's just like, yo, I understand now. I see what that is. The movie is well written, brothers. They hate that movie. The Gentiles, anything that any black movie or any our brethren will make a movie that is black, you see the Gentiles hate it, give it 1 star. It's a good movie. Go watch it. In fact, all the movie that Rotten Tomatoes say that's a horrible movie, watch it. Watch it. Of course. Beloved, my apology. You know, I sometimes I rant about certain things. But anyway, brethren, take this what I said all about those things, meditate on them. What is it, Jaden?
What time are you leaving?
Leaving to go to the what time you guys want to leave?
From your prayer?
Well, okay. Well, I'll drop you guys over there. I got to pick up things though. Just I have to go to the. Anyway, I'll be done right in a moment. I'll drop you guys with. But anyway, so for the people that heard or you haven't heard from the beginning, just go in the beginning and watch the stuff. We have to be very serious about this because we have to learn and unlearn, and we have to put boots on the ground. This is very serious. This is nothing to mess with. The Most High work cannot be played with. When you have to do the work of the mighty one, you do it. I'll talk about that, what I found and stuff. It's just a bookshelf somebody throw away. I was praying. I'm like, man, I need another bookshelf. I have so many books in here, and I went out there getting some stuff for the kids, and then and boom, there you go. I'm like, holy hesh, that's a beautiful bookshelf. Yeah, so I get jacket put in my car, and then put it back and put it in my room. So I gotta bring a bookshelf. I'm like, man, that Most High is powerful, man. Another man's trash is another man's treasure. So I give the mighty one great praise, great glory, man. So yeah, a lot, brothers, a lot of knowledge he's releasing and stuff, and I'm working on a lot of stuff and things that I cannot reveal to the nation, but I'm still working on them. Beloved brothers, Jews and Gentiles alike, go in peace, and I'll see you whenever the mighty one says so. Unfortunately, I don't think there'll be a video this afternoon or something. You be at peace, okay? Selah, so be it.